Recorded live in Austin, Texas, USA, it's The William Montgomery Show. Starring William Montgomery. With the Tony Chin Orchestra. The William Montgomery Jr. Dancers. This week, Rattlesnake Dave. A performance by the Great Gorbini. And a mysterious loaf of raisin bread. And now, here he is, the Big Red Machine, the Memphis Strangler, William Montgomery!
Sorry, Ehsan, I woke up about 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Living that life.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I've gotten into the zone of waking up early now. I woke up today at like 8 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. When did you go to sleep last night?
Like 1 o'clock. So a good 7 hours.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my ass is on the schedule that it's like go to sleep at 5 a.m. and
Yeah, I used to be on that schedule. That's most comics' schedule.
I know. That's probably most of people's schedule.
Yeah, I had to train myself, like, because I just feel like, when I do stuff during the day, I feel more accomplished.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. But it's so hard. Like, part of the reason why I got into this is because I could sleep in forever.
I know. That's a wonderful perk of it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I go to Miami in a couple of weeks, and between now and Miami, for better or worse, it's pretty chill for me.
Yeah,
so I gotta figure out.
Are you doing shows at the Miami Improv?
Yes, at the
Okay.
Miami Improv. So we'll see how it goes, Ehsan. It was all in 2024, all the shows were going good. It was a lot of fun. And then this past year, all the shows were going good, still a lot of fun, but a decent amount less people at all of the shows. So I don't know if that's economy, if people are tired of my stupid ass. I don't know.
I think it's economy. I heard it's been down for every venue across the board this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, it makes, so we'll see what happens. Maybe 2026 will be good.
Yeah, it feels recession-y. Like it,
I know.
It kind of does. And that usually lasts anywhere between 6 to 18 months. So 2026 might still be a little rough. It's 2027.
Oh, gosh.
That'll turn around.
Okay, 2020.
So you just got to survive this year.
Just already chalked this year up to being a waste.
Yeah.
We got to survive this one. And,
Hey, William, can you pull your mic just a couple inches away from your beard?
Yeah, was it making a noise?
Yeah, your beard's scraping on there.
Oh my gosh, I got a little hair on here.
We both have that same problem.
Yeah, you
I
both got
know.
the big beards.
And the hair.
Ehsan, it looks like we could be related, almost.
Yeah. Same dad, very different mom.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Right.
That's what it looks like.
And this is Ehsan Ahmad, hilarious comedian. And Ehsan, when did you and I first meet? Up at the comedy? Maybe I would have been bothering you, maybe, but up at the Comedy Store, probably.
Yes, this was. Oh, look at how clean shaved I was. This was.
Damn.
We met before you even got regular on Kill Tony.
Yes.
You were just signing up.
Just sign it up.
In the back on Mondays in the back door of the Comedy Store.
I know. I remember. What was the one guy's name who worked at the Comedy Store with the ponytail and
Guam?
I remember the first time, Ehsan, I even went to the Comedy Store because I heard about, some show called Kill Tony on Mondays that everybody was going to at the time up there. And then I go there and I had my 12-pack of PBR in my dumbass backpack. And Guam, he's like, okay, let me look in your backpack. And then I had to act like I got a phone call. And then I went and hid it in some bushes.
That sounds like very you.
Yeah. But that scares me.
The William I knew way back when. That definitely does sound like that.
I know. God, I was that close to probably getting kicked out of that club before even stepping foot in there or anything. I almost got kicked out, I think.
Yeah. Isn't that why? It's like so many times like these just one small decisions.
Yeah.
Can move your life so in a different direction.
For sure.
It's insane. Like, I think about how, like, when I just chose to go to college in San Diego, and because of that, I ended up in the places that in this situation that I'm in now.
For sure.
Because I was doing comedy in San Diego, and because of that, all the LA people would come down all the time, so they already knew who I was.
Yeah.
So when it came time to audition to the store, they all knew who I was, so they were all rooting for me, and they all put in for me, and then I ended up at the store.
Yeah.
And now I'm here. Like,
For
just
sure.
that one decision.
Where did you go from? Where were you in, like, high school?
Like San Jose.
Oh, okay.
Like Cupertino in that
That's
area.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Cupertino, is that where Apple is or
Mhm.
something? I always see
Mhm.
Cupertino with them or something.
Yeah. So I went to 2 separate elementary schools, but my first one was connected to Apple headquarters, basically.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so the way Apple would test out their products is they just give them to the schools, like all the MacBooks and all the iMacs at the time.
Oh, that's nice.
Like the newest version, they would give it to the schools, and then we would just sort of be like the guinea pigs to test them out.
Oh, that's very cool.
And so in like 8th grade, every language arts class had their own we couldn't take them home; they were in the classroom, but we had our own iMacs in the classroom. Or MacBook Airs in the classroom or whatever.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got those clear ones with they were different colors on top of them, the desktop computers.
Yeah, those ones. With the little boxes, and each one had a different color, and that was a big thing. It's like, wow.
I know, and we'd play like Kid Picks on them and just some bullshit games. Probably when they were trying to tell me what to do, I was just playing games. But now the kids just have
There we go. There it is.
That one, that's what I remember. That's cool. That'd be cool to somehow, I'm sure somebody technically could do it, but that'd be fun to have like your actual, like that screen show up of like your actual like current laptop or something.
Oh, right, with that.
Oh, I'd love to do that.
On that machine was the first time I Googled anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember we were in 3rd grade, and the teacher was like, check this website out, and it was Google, and you could search stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember that in 3rd grade.
So what do you think, Ehsan, now that the children, because when did you graduate high school? What year?
2010.
Okay. I was 06, so I guess
Okay.
a little before. But what about all the kids now that just all have the phone in their pocket or whatever, which is like a computer? I don't know. It's just totally different how when we grew up. I wonder what's going to happen when they're old people.
Yeah, I mean, their attention spans must be shot. Like, I wonder if schools like yonder bag the phones.
I don't know. Grant, do the schools yonder bag the phones?
What does yonder bag mean?
Oh, so when you go to like a lot of comedy clubs now, the Mothership does it, but now the Comedy Store does it. I think the first one to do it was a Comedy Store, Comedy Works in Denver, actually. Where,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they lock up for the duration of the show. Your phone is locked up in a bag, and it's so much better. People are paying attention,
For sure.
and you can tell people just like being away from their phone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, because we're always on our phones.
We're tethered to them.
Just tethered to the phone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it's wonderful for the simple fact, because I think some people might be like, oh, it's good. Also, you can't be recorded, which, yeah, that's a good thing. But also, I think just the simple fact that somebody's not on their freaking phone or couldn't even theoretically get on their phone makes the show so much better. I swear.
Yeah, and they're like actually locked in and in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there needs to be like more of that, of just like areas that you can't take your phones. Like they should yonder bag your phone in a fucking restaurant.
I know. I totally agree.
Like this should definitely be in a lot of places.
God, but then Ehsan, you get used to it, because I'll do the Kill Tony on Mondays a lot up there. I need to just start going up to the Mothership more. I'm so weird. I just don't even go do it, really anything. But I got so used to generally though being in places with the yonder bag, and then I had the set 2 or 3 months ago here at some outdoor comedy festival where I bombed horribly.
The famous set.
Oh my God, but it's just so funny from going from where I was used to being in an environment where everybody, you don't see their phones, to 30 seconds into my set where it's not really going good, and 100 people with their phones up. I'm thinking,
So you saw that? You saw that?
Ehsan,
were people's like lights on?
Oh my God, I'm immediately, my brain's doing, even though I'm an idiot, my brain's doing all these calculations in real time. It's this like kind of disasters really unfolding around me in real time. And yes, one of my first things I noticed was 50 people with their phones out. That's one of the first little notices that I'm like, ugh.
I mean, the fact that you didn't jump out and you kept going.
I know. I did, Ehsan, I was having such a horrible time at the very beginning of that experience. Towards the end, I kind of enjoyed it because I'd never been so kind of hated before by a relatively large group of people. Everybody screaming.
Right.
But yes, at the beginning, I wanted to crawl out of my skin, but Ehsan, I was so worried. I was like, if I don't do the time, and my next thought after I noticed everybody with the phone is, dumbass, if you don't do the time, they might not pay you or something.
Right, so you have to get the money.
So I was like, I gotta do this. I just have to do it so I could at least, if they pay me, I'll feel okay about everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had to power through.
So how are you, now that it's like 3-4 months away, how are you feeling about that now?
Oh, totally fine. I remember it was kind of a little worrisome bother a little in my head a little bit right when it happened. But it's been okay. And I did some random show in Jackson, Mississippi, like that Thursday after. And luckily that felt good and that got it. It was good getting something under my belt after that because I was in my head a little bit. I was like, damn, what are you just going to start sucking now? And I didn't. And I would argue that I didn't even suck. I was just doing my stuff and the people obviously just didn't like the jokes.
Right. Yeah. I would say, but no, I would totally get why you'd be in your own head after that. That would make sense. They booed you, right? I'm pretty sure.
Oh yes,
they were like actively hostile towards you.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave that like hell yeah, I'm fucking killing it. I would like to think over some things for sure.
Oh my god. And the 30 seconds in, some random dude comes up onto the stage with me.
That's
says,
insane.
You suck. This is garbage. So then I had to do 23 minutes after that. And then when I'm done, I'm leaving when the Morgan J guy's on stage because like. There's no security or anything. So I'm like, I'll probably just sneak out when everybody's watching the main guy so I don't have to interact with anybody.
Right.
And I'm walking past the gate and some dude emerges, like pops out essentially of a bush. It scares me to death.
Right.
At first, it's just horrible fear that I'm like, maybe he's going to shoot me or something. But it's the security guard. And I'm like, where was your ass? It was keeping the guy from on stage. And now you're just hiding in the bushes and scaring me?
Yeah.
It was just so funny. But whatever.
Yeah, but I would say the general reaction to that from the comedy community was positive.
Yeah, I would think so, because I would think if somebody already didn't like my dumbass, they would pile on, obviously, with something like this. But I think if somebody did maybe think I was funny, they would have enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I agree.
I know. I've very much I definitely enjoyed it.
Well, good to hear.
Yeah,
I regret that they did it, that the whole thing wasn't fully recorded, because that would have been a wonderful
thing. High quality video that? Yeah.
They had the cameras, but I guess I didn't give them the permission to record it or something.
Damn.
Or they probably lying to me.
Or they probably don't want to do it.
Yeah, they just don't want to give me the video.
Well, yeah, they kind of did you a little bit of disservice because this was basically a Morgan J show.
Yes, disguised as outdoor comedy festival in Austin.
Disguised as a festival. But this was a Morgan J show.
Correct.
So it's like going into that, it's like, well, I don't know what the crossover between Morgan J and Kill Tony are, but clearly not a lot.
Yeah, not at all. And right when I got there, I'm looking at the crowd. I'm thinking, oh, yeah, maybe some of these people look like Kill Tony, even though obviously I don't know what that even means. But I'm thinking to myself, oh, yeah, these look like maybe some Kill Tony fans. But woo, little did I know. And then his ass got up there, and he was very nice to me. He came up to me before I even went on and said hello. And so he seemed very nice to me. But he goes up there, and like I'm literally looking out at the crowd, seeing women putting their signs down to do their eyes because they're crying. Yeah. And I'm thinking, okay, this all makes a little more sense to me, I think.
Yeah, I think one of the things I didn't like about the whole situation afterwards, at least the reaction to that, is like people were like shitting on him.
Yeah, there was no reason. It's not nothing with him at all. Yeah, he's nice, it seems like.
And he built an audience. They were there for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. Yeah, that's what
we're all trying to do.
That's what we're all trying to do. They did both of you guys no favors by pretending it wasn't his show.
Right. Yes. Yeah. For sure.
Because then people online would just shit on it, and it's like, he didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that at all.
What were people? So some people were just talking some shit about him.
Yeah, because you know what it is when people don't do like the regular stand up. Yeah. Like, because he does the guitar stuff.
Yes,
and he talks to the crowd, you know. It's kind of like Matt Riffish too, in the sense that he's also attractive. Like they shit on that, but it's like just because you're hot doesn't mean you can get an audience,
right?
And the fact that he's gained such a massive audience to have people come out to an outdoor show in Austin, Texas, is like commendable. Like, as a fan of just like, as someone who wants comics to just win in general, and I remember Morgan J I remember him when we were just open micers.
Yeah, was he at the comedy? Was he a comedy store guy? He was at the comedy store.
I don't know if he was a store guy, but he was there all the time. He was around LA. It's like the man put in work and just has earned the success that he's gotten. And so
I know, good for him.
Yeah, so they just shit on him just because of one set where where you had a bad set, kind of.
Yeah, where I had a bad.
Yeah,
nothing to do with him.
Nothing to do with him. I thought was absolutely insane.
But I do appreciate if somebody had my back. Don't get it twisted. I appreciate it if you had my back, even though maybe it would have been misguided a little to go after Morgan J.
Yeah, you can have your back and still not be anti Morgan J. I thought it was, but because your thing was so insane, like so emotional. The reaction to that was probably just as emotional from people who were like, no, fucking, that's William.
Yeah.
That's the fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know? So.
Yeah, some people, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just like, have you ever had some set, Ehsan, that just stands out in your mind? Obviously, everybody has bad sets. But do you have any that stand out in your head?
I've had one where I was like booed.
Oh, really? They just weren't feeling the jokes.
Yeah. And they were just older, and they just didn't get me, and I called out how old they were, and the old people don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then they booed me, but this was a weird situation. I got booed, and some guy over there, some guy on the side was like, "You suck," and then they started booing him.
Oh,
so
damn.
They booed me, and then they came back on my side, and my picture next to the face of a bomb is hilarious. But what could we possibly be talking about?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, they turned on him and booed him. So that was memorable, because then I was like, whoa, I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah, where I think they just wanted to turn on somebody, and they had me, and they immediately turned on another guy.
Yeah.
But I definitely got booed. That one sticks out. I've had like one when at my first set at a comedy club, I just bombed.
It just didn't go good.
It just didn't go good, or like I tried to do a story that I'd never done before, and I panicked and I kept going and I ran the light by a lot.
Oh no!
Yeah, and then the guy who ran the show came up after me and yelled at me, and it was like a whole thing.
Oh really?
It was like a real deal bad bomb. I went home afterwards and was like looking in the mirror, like, what the fuck am I doing?
I know, that's not a great feeling.
Yeah, your first club set. You're like, and it's like you bombed that badly because you work so hard to even get that first like real club set. Yeah, it takes a while
for sure.
It takes a lot longer than people realize. You know, that's why the people who like come up and do Kill Tony the first time, it's like that's so insane to me.
Yeah, I can't even begin to fathom, and I can't, because it's like, so to that person I ask, so what if you do? What if your best case scenario happens and Tony's like, oh my gosh, you're the best thing I've ever seen. Please start doing it. Well, then what happens?
Right.
So then you're prepared to do it on a weekly kind of basis. Like, even if you do good, but those people don't even do good, really.
No, to me, the person doing Kill Tony for their first set, I don't know if they want to be a comic more than they want to be famous.
Right.
I think fame is the driving thing for that. Because the reality is like, let's say someone you hit on Kill Tony, right? Like real big. Can you do it every week if you become a regular? Yeah. Or if you don't become a regular, but you start selling tickets, can you deliver on an hour of material, which is what people will be expecting of you if you go on headline stuff.
That's that's the other aspect of it. You have to be so careful. Right. My advice would be, if that was even crossing your mind, just start working hard at doing stand-up a whole bunch and just building up your repertoire of jokes and everything. Because, you could get stuck into the limelight or whatever, but you need to at least be somewhat kind of ready.
Like prepared for what that actually means.
You would have to be.
Because I think people think like once you become famous, it's all over, like your worries are over. But the reality is once you become famous, then you have to work extra hard to keep that level of fame.
Right.
Like
that's what I would think.
It's like every level up is more work.
Yes.
So to jump from I don't do any stand up to famous, if that's what you're thinking, that's an unsurmountable. You don't even know how hard you have to work to maintain that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And as someone I've done 3 minutes on Kill Tony, and as someone who's been panel Kill Tony, I've been on Rogan.
Yeah, I know.
The Kill Tony stage, when you're doing the minute, is the most pressure I've ever felt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, especially now, like that it's the show.
I know, because when my dumbass was just signing up, it was 30,000 people watching. We're talking 7 years ago. It was probably 30,000 people watching, and now it's 3 million. I just saw the Rogan kill us because I just watch all different kinds of bullshit on my YouTube, and a Kill Tony happened to pop up, which it doesn't normally on my thing because I don't normally watch myself. But I saw the Shane Gillis Rogan thing. Yeah, 3 million from a couple days or whatever.
The number 2 show on YouTube.
Damn, that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Behind Rogan.
Is that what the number 1 is on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Good for Tony. I mean, his ass stuck with it because I feel like I've been doing it a long time, and they were doing it, 5 years before I even was. I mean, that's a lot. That's almost double the amount. I mean, that's a lot of time.
Yeah. Also, it's like that story alone should tell you how this actually works. Like, if you're thinking like, oh, I'll go on Kill Tony and be famous, like, do you know how long it took Tony to get to here with this show?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it took
for sure
over a decade.
Yes.
Over a decade.
I know. It generally takes people a whole lot of time for anybody. And I would be, as I'm sure you would too, Ehsan, I would be for anybody thinking about doing stand-up, I would say, oh my gosh, yes, start writing some stuff and perform. It's such a fun, nice thing, and it's fun people you can meet, nice people.
Great community, but go to open mics.
Yeah, you have to. It just is a lot of time and effort you got to put into it.
Yeah, and this is something that someone told me when I got into comedy. I didn't quite get to till I get there.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp, and we really do want to thank BetterHelp for the sponsorship. And in 2026, you know what I think, Grant? What? I think you don't need to be looking for a new you. I think you need to be figuring out if anything is weighing you down, and then getting help with that. And you know how you're going to do that? You're going to do that with BetterHelp, okay? You are, again, 2026, Grant. Don't you say people say, oh, new year, new me. No. I don't agree, and I don't think BetterHelp agrees. And Grant, I don't think you agree, right? I think you don't want a whole new you. You want yourself, but just where you're working on your things that bring you down a little bit.
Just fine-tuned. Yeah.
A fine-tuned you. Okay, you don't need a new you, just a fine-tuned you. And you get that but with BetterHelp, Grant.
Absolutely.
That's where you get that, okay? You get it with BetterHelp. Okay, you do not need to be weighed down by your past decisions or the stuff going on in your head. Talking with somebody is really going to help you, okay? Feel lighter in 2026 with BetterHelp. But yeah, you can't step into a lighter version of yourself without leaving behind what's been weighing you down. Therapy can help you clear space. And by the way, sign up and get 10% off at BetterHelp.com/WMS. Okay. And by the way, there's quality therapists at BetterHelp. Okay. They follow a strict code of conduct. Okay. You can be matched with the right therapist. There are reviews of over 30,000 therapists. Okay. That means you have a lot of options. But yes, sign up and get 10% off at BetterHelp.com/WMS. That's BetterHelp.com/WMS.
But he said like the big dogs don't really start taking anyone seriously until they're 10 years in.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and that's sort of how it feels now that I'm at 13 and I'm looking back on my career. It's like, oh yeah, they have to know. They've seen so many people start and stop this.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, like, so they have to know that, hey, this person can make it 10 years before I really start taking him seriously. And, like, I'm releasing my first special January 18th.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. On YouTube, Ehsan Ahmad, Too Soon. It'll be out on my podcast channel, The Solid Show, and with 800 Pound Gorilla. So both of those things.
Nice.
Yeah. But it took me 13 years to get here. And if you had asked me any time before, I'd be like, damn, I wish I got there earlier. But now that I'm here, I'm like, oh, thank God that I'm here. Because, like, now, even if it doesn't hit, it's going to put me on a different level.
For sure.
And I'll start doing one-nighters. And now I already have a completely new 45 minutes that I can tour with.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's wonderful.
So I'm ready to hit the road immediately once the special hits.
Nice. But where'd you record it?
Black Rabbit.
Okay. Here in Austin.
Yes. But if I was like 10 years, not even, like if I was like 5 years in the game and releasing this, and let's say it does hit, then it's like, oh man, now I have to go on the road and figure it out.
Right, because you for anybody listening with the comedy, because you can't be, after you release that special, you kind of can't be doing that
material again. Especially if it hits.
Right.
Yeah, because that's the shitty part of comedy versus music.
I know, yeah.
Is that you come up with a great song, you can play that song forever.
Yeah, like Freebird. Everybody's always, or whatever.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but if you come up with a great joke, you can't tell it again.
I know. Well, I would like to, because that's part of the reason, and I'm a coward, but yeah, I haven't. You beat me to it, Ehsan. I have still yet to do any kind of special, so that's so commended. That's wonderful. You're releasing one. That's great. So how long is your, what is it, 45 minutes? Or
no, I went 30. Because
okay.
The way I look at it is I had enough material to do the hour for sure. But I like old school. When I was younger, you had a 30-minute first and the hour later. So my whole plan is to just keep releasing 30 minutes until one hits, and then I'll do hours.
Cool. That makes sense.
And until it happens, keep doing it.
That seems like a good amount of time. 30 minutes seems like a good amount of time to me.
Yeah, that's all. I don't know if people have attention spans for hours like that anymore.
I hear you. I think it could end up just evolving to short. Who knows? I don't know. I'm saying that out of total ignorance. I have no idea. But right, I hear you. I think people's attention spans are totally lower.
Shot. Everything is like, when you scroll, it's like, you ever been like doom scrolling and you see a video that's 2 minutes and you're like, I don't know if I want to fucking do this?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so it's like, I can't imagine a whole hour, let alone 30.
I know.
Like, you have to really keep people's attentions now, which is tough.
For sure. And I remember growing up watching the comedy. I remember watching a pretty healthy amount of BET. What was it? BET? Comic View, and also
The Presents.
Comedy Central Presents. And those were... So what were those people doing? They were doing, actually on those, they were 30 minutes, but they were actually only, what were they doing, like 22 minutes?
22 minutes. Each one, because they're on Paramount Plus now, and so I'll watch some of them. Each one's like 22 minutes.
Oh, they are on Paramount? I remember like Nick Swardson had a real funny one, and I think Zach Galifianakis had a real funny one.
I still remember the ones that like stick out. Swardson, Galifianakis, Dimitri Martin.
Yep, I remember loving him.
Jim Gaffigan's.
Yep, I remember
There's
loving
a guy named
that.
Freddie Soto's that was great. He died almost right after doing that.
Oh.
But yeah, I still remember like ones. Wanda Sykes had a great one.
So those were 22.
Those were 22. Yeah, but with commercials you're 30, so that was your first. But like that was big, and then the background you got to customize it to whatever you wanted. There was a time when it was in that theater in New York. Yeah, and you got to that's Freddie. You got to customize the background to whatever you wanted. So behind him is his house where he grew up.
What happened to him?
So he was, when I got to the Comedy Store, I did like kind of a podcast about him, but he was like the guy. He was incredibly funny. He was, his Comedy Central 2003, I bet you if you still watch it, it tracks.
Okay, I'll watch that today.
Yeah, it was
Freddie Soto.
Freddie Soto. He was one of the ones that Mencia stole from.
Oh.
Yeah, and the Eleanor Kerrigan, if he was great friends with him, and he said that kind of broke him, and he fell into drugs and all that.
Oh no!
Yeah. So she definitely. On my YouTube. I have a couple episodes where I interview people about him because I was so curious about him.
Oh, that's horrible. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of from the jokes getting stolen. Maybe that was a contributing factor to him spiraling.
Yeah. And there's, when you go through, when you have like drugs and stuff, there's always other things going on.
Probably all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that I didn't really know about. But he was definitely one of the ones that Mencia stole from.
Oh, that's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So what was Mencia doing? I know he stole from Rogan, and so he was just watching people and just...
There's this great story. I believe it's Johnny Sanchez, I want to say. He told this on Tiger Belly, but he talks about how he had this... back then, when you do these shows in front of TV execs or whatever, that's one of the people I interviewed. Back then... you do these things in front of the TV. Like they're mad. They were big, right? In 2003, if you end up on TV, that could be your break.
Yep.
So apparently, Johnny or whoever it was, I'm pretty sure it was Johnny, had this big joke, and that was his closer, and he was the last one on this lineup. Well, right before Mencia brings up Johnny, because Mencia's hosting this like showcase or whatever, he does that joke.
Oh my gosh, could you even imagine that? I can't even imagine that.
Just to do that to another person. But at that time, like, I will say we live in a stand-up world now that's more conducive to us helping each other.
Yep.
Because it's like, it might be different if you have the William Montgomery Show, right? But the only reason you got this show is because you beat me in an audition for this exact show.
Right.
Right? I might be more inclined to try to fuck you up.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
Now we live in a world where, like, we're not auditioning for the same things. We don't like, we can completely be in our own lane.
Yep.
And it helps me to hope that you do well. Because if you do well, that means I'll do well. It's like a rising tide raises all ships, right?
That's how I look at it too. I agree with you.
But we live in a world that's conducive to that. I don't know if we'd feel that way if we're in 2003 and there's only like 6 spots for comics and we're all trying for the Tonight Show and it's all, you know?
And it's not all online because now I think you could immediately, if you saw somebody, because somebody recently with me, neither here nor there, sent me something on Instagram. Every now and again it'll happen. And it was something that was like, yeah, kind of similar idea to one of the jokes I've told, but not exactly the same. So it's like, whatever. I almost wish you didn't even send that to me. It's like, oh, thanks for sending it to me. But it's like, whatever. But it's like now you could almost corroborate, though. I think then it would have been easier to
just steal.
Take somebody's shit.
Right.
And nobody have any recourse.
Well, now everyone, too, is also trying to have that Rogan moment where they catch the thief. And that's what people online do. So it's like,
I know.
I had this one thing where like I had a joke a while ago. This is a few years ago about the New York Jets that went pretty viral. The NFL memes page reposted and all that, right?
Oh, nice.
So I had that, right? That was fun. And then maybe like 3 months later, a bunch of people sent me this like guy who was doing a joke about the Jets that wasn't even close to mine, but like on a similar topic. And they were like, dude, this guy stole your stuff. This guy stole your stuff. This guy stole your stuff. And I was like, first of all, we live in an internet world where, so the joke got 5 million views, right? He might not have seen that. I would almost guarantee he didn't see that.
Yeah.
He got to a similar place where I got to.
Yeah.
It happens.
Right. I think that happens for sure.
Yeah, and everyone wants to be like, they're stealing.
Yeah, people love
that.
I forgot about that because when I'm good about not looking at any online, anything he'll tell me, but when I would have some years ago, right, I remember that was a common theme of people accusing others of taking jokes and shit.
Yeah, and this is I've talked about this a lot now, but this is a interesting thing that happens with comedy is that there is like this thing where people who are just outside of it, who are like in the culture a lot and like, but don't do it, think they know everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they are so sure that this is stolen.
Exactly.
And it's like, I don't think that's really how that works.
And that's what the Kill Tony can attract. It's a lot of the people who probably never get on stage or anything.
Right.
But fancy themselves as
a
comedy critic.
Yeah. And it's like, and that's a good thing.
Which it can be, right. It's all subjective and it should be criticized, I'm sure.
It's a sign of a healthy...
Yeah. Because if nobody was talking about it at all, then nothing would.
Yeah. I would say like, because I know there's a lot of comics and stuff that are like mad at like the red bars and the elephant graveyards and all these things. And it's like, yeah, but to me, they're the canary in the coal mine. Like if for whatever reason the red bars and the elephant graveyards stop existing, then comedy's actually in trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
You want people to be able to make a living talking about comedy because that means you can do comedy.
For sure. Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah, so it's like I think these things are all like relatively important in the ecosystem of like what.
Totally.
Is
I've
comedy.
watched some of the elephant graveyard things, and it seems all funny. But the only thing I remember watching one of them, and obviously I look at it maybe a little differently than other people, just because I'm here in Austin, kind of in it right now.
Right.
But the only thing that almost is off-putting to me is it just seems like it could spawn from people that are already detractor or people that already aren't liking it. It almost seems like, obviously you got to allow it to happen, obviously, but it seems like it could almost radicalize. But maybe that's me being a psycho, but it just scares me. I think there's so many crazy people out there. It almost scares me thinking that could radicalize somebody to go do something.
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, we're talking about comedy and not politics or something where theoretically people are, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I think that is a worry, but like the reality is that everything is being radicalized now.
I know.
It's like, it's like at a certain point, it's like, how much can you worry about that? Everything. Because everyone spends so much time online. Yeah. And everyone is like everyone's having these algorithms that don't show you anything you don't want to see. They just reinforce your beliefs so that you're going to believe them into an insane extent.
Yeah.
Right? Like the sort of overall thing that I disagree with on the elephant graveyard takes is that, the take is that the Rogan sphere is ruining comedy. When in the reality is it's just one part of comedy.
Right. I don't know how one thing can mess it up.
Yeah, there's so many things outside of, like, if you go, there's so many people on TikTok and Instagram making sketches. There's like so many different lanes. And if you don't like, maybe you think, oh, I don't like the sort of right-wingness of the politics, if that's how you perceive the politics of the sphere to be. Well, it's like there's so many people who are clearly left-wing that are popular and popping off right now. And it's like, I think the problem is when people spend so much time focusing on what they don't like.
Yeah.
When there's so much out there for you, if you just choose to find what you don't like. But that anger and that hate feels better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you can get angry? Like, that feels like, And at the end of the day, tearing something down is much easier than creating something.
Yes, for sure.
So it's like, why not contribute to the tearing when I can feel like I'm doing something?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I do feel, I don't want to be too big of a hypocrite because I think, oh, these people are weird. They found something that they kind of like, but now then they shit on it. But then I log on to my GatorChatter.com account and start thinking real anger towards like the head coach we just fired and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think, okay, I'm a big hypocrite. I think kind of similarly to how these people probably feel, but just about Florida Gator football.
Right.
So it's like I feel that's the same feelings, but it's towards something else. But it's the same feelings I'm feeling.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, so it's like at some point you felt like maybe your home team is failing you right now.
Exactly.
So it's like you can't be too harsh on them.
Lash out and like certain stuff on the Gator chat. I still, when I used to drink, I would post stuff, but now that I don't have the nerve to post
anything more.
But I'll just like stuff on it though.
Well, yeah, I don't post stuff anymore because you're like, am I even talking to a real person? This feels like extra crazy. Like I could be talking to a bot, so maybe posting a comment is not even worth it.
Ehsan, please fill me in, or Grant, please fill me in. So I get, again, on Reddit, I recently got a Nintendo Switch and I've been looking up they're games called shmups. I can't even think of what shmup even stands for right now, but it's basically the enemies are coming from the top or the side and you shoot them with guns. And then
like Space Invaders type.
Yeah, kind of like that. I've gotten so into that. So I'll use Reddit for like looking up good similar games and for Reddit for certain stuff, but then I'll get on like some politically kind of things. And people are always accusing things of being bots. So my question is, what is that? Like if say there's a bot on Reddit and I believe that they are there as well, but my question is, so what is that though? It's literally some computer it's not a person on there who's doing like what?
Yeah, so
what is that?
There's computer algorithms that people write. There's like, if you look up like pictures of bot farms, you can see there's like, it's like basically one space with like dozens of phones on them, all programmed to say the same thing over and over and over and over again.
So you could just, if you're good with computers, you can have a little program or AI or whatever to, if they see the keyword in the certain subreddit or whatever.
Yeah, and they'll post certain things. Like I would say that Reddit, especially because Reddit at a certain point was bought out by China. So there's like...
Oh, was it?
Yeah. There's definitely a left-wing slant to it that doesn't feel real sometimes.
Almost at all. And again, I'd like to think I'm, if anything, maybe kind of towards the middle, maybe towards leadership, whatever. But yes, I mean, it's like crazy where you can't even believe that people are actually saying this.
Well, you know when I thought this was during the 2024 election when I felt like, okay, Reddit might actually be a lot of bots, is for whatever reason, every single subreddit leading up to election posted a picture of a ballot that said, I voted today. And it was always a picture for Kamala.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember thinking, like, why the fuck as a regular person take a picture of my ballot and post it online?
Yep.
That seems like it's trying to get you to influence you to vote for Kamala. That's what it felt like.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just sort of look around and you're like, okay, I don't know how much of anything of this, I don't know how much of this is fake and how much of this is real.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I know you got to take just everything with a grain of salt. Yeah. And the poor young people growing up, though, are they going to be able to realize that?
I think young people are like, I think they're kind of like, I don't think regular political parties kind of describe them anymore.
Right.
So if we're talking about like the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, right? And after it happened, there is this thing where like everyone's trying to be like, is he right wing? Is he left wing?
Right. Everybody wants to see what side he was on.
Everyone's jockeying for positions. And if you and to this day, you ask people if the guy who killed Kirk was left wing or right wing, they'll always say the exact opposite of the politics that they have.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, that's the other side. When I think the reality is that like this sort of young Gen Z, they're sort of like a mush of like different things. I don't think like regular liberal and conservative apply to them anymore. I think they're all just like this generation of shit posters.
God, what's going to happen? I wonder when they're the leading generation or the main generation.
I think something good is going to, hopefully there is someone. Well, what sucks about American politics now is that there's no one out there that seems to care about unifying anybody.
Right.
It's all like it's all like deeper tribalism.
For sure.
So, but maybe someone will come out of this and see like, hey, there's something worth fighting for here that everyone can agree with. But that person ain't gonna be me, so I'll just wait and see who that person is.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to get in that line of fire. Probably literally.
Yeah. I don't know. When Trump ran for president, I remember thinking like, why? You're like a billionaire already. There's 0 point to this. It's only going to make your life harder and worse.
For sure.
Because I'll never forget. You ever seen Narcos?
Is that a movie or
it's a show on Netflix about Escobar? The first couple seasons were incredible because they were about Pablo Escobar.
Oh, cool. I should watch it. No, I never saw it.
Yeah, it's really good. And I don't know because I never really delved into the story, but basically in the show, they kind of make the point of like, Pablo was doing really well, and then he ran for office and got elected. And then it all came crashing down around him.
Once he got into the politics?
It's like, that's a dirty game.
Yeah.
That do you really want to play if you have $1 billion? Like, isn't that kind of the point of having $1 billion, that you're above politics? Like, rules don't apply to you?
For sure.
Because once you have $1 billion and try to officially be a rule maker, they'll fuck with you. They'll take your shit.
Yeah.
Just be a rule maker behind the scenes.
I would think so. Yeah, I would not want to be in the public eye doing anything.
Yeah, that's ego. That's like the only reason is ego. That's why you want to be president.
For sure. You just want that power.
You want that, and you want
that
the
official
title.
Power and title. I agree.
Yeah. You're like a woman trying to get married. That's what you want.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
you want the title more than anything else.
So you don't feel that way. Neither do I. Grant, do you feel that way? Would you ever run for president?
No.
No.
Those are power hungry people. No, thank you.
I know. But
no, I just want to be able to just say my thoughts in front of a group of people who want to come see me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
that'd be
me
nice.
Too.
If I could reach the point where I could just reliably sell out clubs.
Yep.
Like,
or even sell. I swear, after having last year and stuff, my expectations. Not that I try to remain in the middle, regardless of anything. Not to get too high or too low about stuff. But I remember now I'd be happy. Yeah, just. Even if you can get a decent amount of people for a couple of the shows, you can still do pretty good in every, you know what I mean? Like, they don't even have to be sold out. But that would be wonderful.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But sold out is so far away from me. I just hope, I could move some tickets, especially after the special.
For sure.
Yeah. That's all I really care about.
So how'd you come up with the special? Was it just up to this point, some of your best jokes and everything you've thought of, or how did you come up with the actual special?
Yeah, some of the jokes, one or two of my jokes in my special are like my bangers from when I first started.
Nice, yeah.
A lot, especially the airport security stuff, and some of them were like kind of made within the last year. Like,
so just a hodgepodge of up to this point.
It flowed. It was just a flow. It was like, all right, here's all my material. When can I tell a cohesive, flowy sort of, not story, but just like a almost like a lecture. The vibe I'm trying to go for is like college professor.
Cool.
Like, that's why I grew out the hair and all that.
I know. You look great. You have a great look.
Well, yeah.
And I'm biased
You definitely think that for sure. Yeah. But yeah, that's you just want to go for a cool, so like maybe this is like a cool, like sort of a funny lecture or whatever.
Yeah.
That's not the best way to sell it. I do think it's funny. It's more funny than a lecture. But yeah. But there are just like the jokes that come together and like sort of flow. And that's how I came up with it.
Cool.
Yeah. And it was just a challenge. Really what happened was a door guy came up to me and was like, when are you going to do a special? And I was thinking like, I'm not a big clip guy. I'm not a big social media guy. So it's like, I got to do something. And no one's doing it for me. So might as well do it myself.
I know. Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a shot and put myself out there.
Well, good. I'm happy the person asked your ass about that. So it sounds like it just happened from them asking you about that.
Yeah, just the door guy. Just a shout out to Riley Gilmore. He's like, when are you going to do a special? And I was like, yeah, I should do a special. What am I doing?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
what? You started just getting it all together in a cohesive
manner. And then now, because like as soon as I'm done, as soon as I finished, I was like, I'm not doing this material anymore. But because of that, I had to write a bunch. And like the new stuff I'm writing now is like I like it. And I've gotten better at writing like stuff that's going on in the world.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's
like
great.
I have a whole hopefully we're starting to work on it, like a whole 5 new minutes about the ice shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know that no one else is like talking about it, trying to be funny. So I'm like, okay, let me get if I can do this, this would be good.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I know because sometimes I'm in the same boat where I've thinking about a special. It's like, well, these jokes, I love them so much, and what? Because I think my dumbass, I think I would still, even if I did a special, I think the jokes are also short. I think I could still maybe get away with. But maybe not, I don't know, but still doing some of the same I don't know. But that idea has always just scared me so much for whatever reason.
That scared me too, because I'm like I said, the airport security jokes, they've been my go-to. Some of them are 10 years old. They're like, if I'm bombing, I know I can use them to help my way out of it.
Yep.
To just be like, I'm letting this go. But it does make you a better artist.
I know. I believe you.
Yeah. I think, because it is scary. It's supposed to be scary. Hell, I'm scared as fuck right now.
Yeah.
The special comes out of Sunday. I'm so fucking afraid, dude. But
Are you?
Like, yeah, of course. What if people hate this?
Yeah.
That's a thing you have to think about.
For sure.
So it's like, I think the key is to just put yourself out there.
I agree, Ehsan.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
And especially for you, people want to see it.
I know I need to. I have all these clips. At least that somebody's putting them up of my dumbass, or at least there's something.
Right.
But that's it. It's only these minute-long clips.
You have a large audience willing to watch you. I'm banking on this will get me some kind of audience.
Yeah.
You know
my
what
gosh.
I mean? So it's like, if you the Kill Tony guys, especially like the regulars and the golden ticket winners, like. I think at some point y'all should like. David Lucas released a special.
Yeah,
didn't
the Timmy guy? Didn't he just release something? I didn't.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
Or what is it? I need to watch it.
So funny. I'm gonna be on. Well, it's already out, so it's not really a spoiler. But basically, it's a crowd work special where he does like maybe 1 minute of like awkward, purposely bad crowd work, and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, good night," and then it's just 40 minutes of an empty room.
You're kidding. That's what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw like crowd work special. I saw it. Okay, well, I need to watch.
It's incredibly funny.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. And you watch like everyone leave, and then you watch It's at the Creek, so you watch them clean the stage. And he has a cameraman like making dynamic shots of them basically closing up for the night.
Is he up there still, or just nobody's?
No one's up there. It's an empty room.
Oh my gosh, hilarious.
Yeah.
He's a mess. He's funny. He's a creative kind of guy.
It's very Andy Kaufman-y. I very much enjoy it. Yeah.
He's real creative, it seems like.
Yeah.
What does he have? Like an improv background, I think
so. Yeah. He had an I just interviewed him
San Diego,
yesterday.
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he from San Diego?
San Diego. I literally just interviewed him yesterday on our pod, The Solid Show. It'll be out next week.
Oh, nice.
But improv guy from San Diego.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like that's playing with the form. So yeah, it's a special, but it's not like an actual.
For sure.
This is his material special.
For sure.
Or this is an actual crowdwork special. It's like, hey, I'm fucking with y'all.
Oh, that's so funny. I had no idea. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and at this point, if you hadn't seen it, it's been out a while. I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything.
Yeah, I knew it had been up for some weeks or something.
But no, because I opened for him right before Thanksgiving. He told me about it, and I thought, like, damn, this would be hilarious.
Nice. How was that? Where were we all before
San
Thanksgiving?
San Jose. So I was actually just home. My parents are from there, and he was there, and I was like, oh, let's see if I can. Is
that fun? The show's fun?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I would say any audience from Kill Tony is going to be a great stand-up audience because they're expecting stand-up comedy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I would agree.
So it's like, because I heard, every time I'm in for like, when I open for Tony on the road, those are incredible audiences.
Nice. Yeah.
The Ari Maddie and Friends I've done, incredible audiences.
Cool.
Same thing with the Timmy No Breaks show. It was like, wow, this is for the day before Thanksgiving. Fun show.
Yeah. I would wonder how that would be, but that's great. It was good.
Yeah. So it's like the Kill Tony audience is if you're a stand-up, that's why it's like, that's why people sign up for it. It's like, that's what you're trying to capture. It's like, people who are excited about stand-up comedy.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think on some of my shows, every now and again, you'll hear, oh, it was my first time even coming to a comedy club or something, which I think is great. And I think that's only helpful for any comedian going to that, because maybe that person will come to some other shows or something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people do have a good time. And I mean, me being from Memphis, where Derek, what a small world, Derek, your co-host, is also from Memphis. We went to the rival guys' schools.
That's so crazy.
And I remember seeing him at open mics and 2010 or before that or so, a long time ago. Wow. I don't even remember when. Yeah. But I don't even remember what the hell I was saying about.
I lost the point as well.
Oh my gosh. Grant, what was I talking about?
Just now, doing a special?
No, before that. I don't know.
Yeah, bring up Derek. I totally forgot.
I'm shocked that was the first thing. I've been smoking a decent amount of marijuana playing my Nintendo Switch, and
Nice.
I'm shocked that's the first thing I forgot.
Your audience here on the live stream all want you to do a special as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I know I need to, and it's so sad. The first year I was doing something where I pick up the water and have some stupid Danny Elfman ice dance playing where I'm talking about like bad stuff with some local like celebrity or sports figure, and it was just so funny, Ehsan, and it felt so unique. And then I was so sad when I went back to like Spokane this year. It was the first time I go back somewhere I couldn't do it again because it felt so unique. But maybe that's me in my head too much. But I'm like, I can't repeat that at these places. But now it's sad because it's like, what, is that just gone? But it's like if I did a special or something, maybe I could add that to the special.
And I will say this, like I felt very aimless pre-special.
Yeah.
In terms of I'm writing you jokes. It's not like I'm not writing you jokes, but I'm just writing jokes.
Yeah.
When I had the special, when I had a date in my mind and I chose one, it forced me to, I was like, what do I want to talk about? I wrote sharper jokes in the framework of the jokes I want to talk about to add to them. And it just made me, it gave me focus.
Yeah. I believe you.
Direction.
I believe you.
Yeah. And so if you were to do that, I think you'd be surprised on how strong your hour can come out.
Yeah.
And especially because, look, when people came to my special Black Rabbit, they had maybe heard of me, right? I don't have fans that'll be like, rah. So you will have those fans that are A, excited for your special, B, like, are going to be there with incredible energy for you to win. And then on top of that, you will have months of like being focused and in the zone.
Yeah.
So I think what you can create, the potential for you, what your special could do is something that I could only dream of right now. So it's like, I mean, even the live stream right now is probably agreeing with me in some capacity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you want to lock in a date?
Yeah, I need to do a date now. No, I agree with you, Ehsan. It's only fear and cowardice stopping my ass.
So I nothing set in stone, but to get this thing rolling, if you were to do a special this year, when would you want to do it?
It would have to be later in the year because I'd have to get my current thing down, because I was thinking kind of in my little fantasy world, now mess with this new hour I'm messing with on the road. If I can end up combining the best parts of those 2 hours and then create one, maybe that's the move.
Okay.
Because it always takes my ass forever to do anything. But so that's what I'm thinking.
I think that's a great idea.
Because I have really good stuff on the first one, I thought, and then this new one I've been working on now for 5 months or something. It feels good. So maybe just combine the two or something.
Okay, so you know what? We won't say this year. Let's say, just putting it out there, maybe, you record January 2027.
Yes, maybe a year from now.
If you put that in your thing, and not a set date, but like I want to record a special then, and you start thinking about it, I bet you the hour that you come up with in that time is going to be a monster hour.
Okay, I like your attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like the attitude.
I 100% believe in you. I believe in you for a long time, even when you were on coke.
Well, thank you, Ehsan.
Yeah, so I think if you could do this, if you set a date for yourself and aim for that day, and maybe you film in February, maybe you film in March, maybe you're like, oh, I actually have a run of things I want to film at this time, and you'll come up with a more concrete date. But I think you should shoot for something like that. And I think a year is a good time for you to get in that mindset and fucking do it.
Okay. I like it. I like the attitude. I'm going to go back today and put it in my calendar. Something maybe the year from now.
Do a year from now and then really think. And now you have a year to start really working on it.
Yep.
You know? You have your sets. You do some spots around town.
I know. I've got to start doing that
do some
again.
Spots around town,
especially in my several months coming up where I don't have anything.
Yeah, put in for Mothership again. Fucking yeah. I think you can come up with a monster special.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I like the attitude. I've got. Yeah, we'll see. It could just be fun. I'm sure it could just be a fun thing.
I think it'll be fun. I think the idea of you creating for a goal outside of you creating for the minute on Kill Tony.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, you've done that for so long that you're like, you do the minute, but you can't really explore longer bits in that minute, obviously.
Totally.
Right?
Just a minute.
Yeah, so now you can have sort of the best of both worlds there, where you have the minute where you can write stuff, but you can also actually focus on an act.
Yep, for sure.
Because I remember, especially when I remember like following you when you're like hitting is incredibly tough. So it's like if you got that all together, whoo.
Yeah, it could be good.
Who could?
I know. It will be good.
Yeah. Good, and I think good is an understatement on what it could be. There is like you can create something like that's great and unique.
Yeah.
No one has the voice like that you have. You know
thank
what I mean?
you, Ehsan. I agree. I need to remember that.
Yeah. If I'm here to be that shot of positivity, I'll be that shot of positivity. But yeah, you should definitely do that. Because you have dedicated fans and stuff already. So like take advantage.
Yeah.
Take advantage.
Because at some point that's not gonna be right. There's only so much time.
As someone who's still trying to create fans out of fire, it's like I'm still rubbing the sticks together. It's like, dude, take advantage of what you got.
Yeah.
You know,
because that fire could end up going out at any time.
I mean, you said earlier like, oh, your Patreon subscribers are going or whatever the fuck, and it's like a special would shoot everything back up. It's just you need to you have a decent fire going. But you need to blow some wind on it, dog.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I agree.
So yeah, I'll mark it for you. We're aiming for January 2027.
Aiming for January 2027.
Yes.
And Ehsan, so you're special. I'm totally on Sunday it comes out. And where physical, what was the YouTube page or how can you watch it?
So it's because you can collab on YouTube pages now. So it's going to be a collab between 800 Pound Gorilla and the Solid Show podcast.
Cool.
So either one of those pages will get you there.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure it comes out at noon, at midnight. I should probably figure that out. But it'll be out on that Sunday. So just give it a shot. That's all I ask for everyone watching this.
What is that, 12 a.m. like Saturday night? So Sunday morning?
I guess Sunday morning.
Okay.
But either way, it'll be out Sunday. And yeah, I'm glad 800 Pound Gorilla stepped up and picked it up. We just showed them a draft and they liked it, and it helps because they have a human moderator.
Okay.
And I definitely have some ideas that I was worried that would get the special taken down.
Okay.
So, and I have jokes about certain words you're not supposed to say and the reason why you're not supposed to say them, but I say the words obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like really worried. And like the fact that they came in last second and swooped it up and they're like, hey, we have a guy that'll go over. We have a person at YouTube, not their AI algorithm. Because their AI algorithm is unforgiving.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And what are we talking about for if somebody's like commenting on it or?
No, like I have a joke about slurs.
Okay.
So I say some slurs.
Mm-hmm.
How much am I allowed to get away with? Which ones would we have to censor?
I see. Just for YouTube to even allow it or whatever. Okay.
Yes,
I see what you're saying.
Yes. And so when you do it through an AI, the AI is unforgiving. There was a time I had my own solo podcast in 2020, and I had an AI person go over it, and I made a joke about the vaccine, and that time you weren't allowed to make it. And I tried to be like, hey, this is a joke, and then the AI algorithm was like, this is misinformation. And
AI knew that or was saying that you could not.
Yeah, the AI was saying that I was the joke was actually me trying to make information, and it wasn't even the joke about the COVID vaccine. I just it was a historical thing, but because of that, I had no recourse and I had to take the episode down.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so this was back in the time. Now I learned that this is part of the time when the Biden administration was like really hammering Zuckerberg, like you have to take stuff like this down.
I remember that stuff happening.
Yeah, so that was during that time. But now going into it, we're like, hey, I don't know what I could talk about. I have a joke about killing the CEO, the CEO killing. I know that you're talking about killing someone, you're talking about shooting someone,
yeah,
and so all that sort of stuff sort of matters. And to have a person look at it is such a relief.
For sure. And also if it's on the two YouTube things, you theoretically, if somebody's already subscribed to like the other YouTube page, then you'd have some more eyes too.
Yes, and they have an algorithm for stand-up. Hey, that's the special. Yeah, they have an algorithm for
I love it. That looks great.
For stand-up, they have an algorithm for it. And so I get to use their algorithm and also plug my podcast at the same time.
So that's wonderful. Is that new where you could end up having a collab with somebody else's?
Mm-hmm. That's new. You can collab YouTube channels now.
Oh,
like
that's
Instagram.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Just for like one specific, so it's not like your YouTube channel's permanently collabed with them. It's just like for that specific video.
For that video. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And you use the algorithm, the algorithm of the base person that posts it. So it's a way to grow smaller channels. So they're basically 800 Pound Gorilla is like, we'll help out your podcast channel.
Well, that's great how you don't just have to put it on just their channel. You can have it on yours, and then it's kind of through there.
You can collab up to 5 channels, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no idea how any of that, because you always hear about algorithm, and I guess that's all real. I just don't know what it is.
That's all real. Well, you know what? You're in a good position where you can sell tickets, right? But you don't care about the algorithm. That's huge, because there are people that are like real algorithms. Now, if you knew how to use the algorithm,
I'm sure it would only help dramatically or something. Or
yes,
theoretically,
it would help a lot more probably. I don't know how to use the algorithm either, so I'm talking out of turn here. But like, you can still sell tickets without caring about it, which is huge, because there are people who are dependent on the algorithm, and then sometimes they just change that shit.
And then you would just not be able to sell tickets. Or whatever.
And you have to refigure it out. I've seen it happen to a couple people, and they were able to refigure it out because they're talented. But
what do you mean when you say refigure it out? What does that mean? Like they're figuring out exactly what to post, exactly what time in the day or whatever?
Exactly what kind of thing to post. Like right now, what I've noticed is big for stand-ups is they'll do this thing where it'll be like a static picture of them, like 3 static pictures, and the jokes.
I have noticed that as well.
Yes, so someone figured that out, and clearly it works for the algorithm, so now people are doing it.
Oh,
I'm not doing it because I don't. That stuff makes me I get anxious.
Yeah, I don't think, Ehsan, because I got off of my social media, and then when I moved to Denver in 2015, when I really was like, okay, this is my last shot at trying to do stand up. I got back on social media, but I don't think I'd even probably be on it if I wasn't doing comedy. I don't know. I probably wouldn't even be screwing with any of the shit.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think about that, about like, man, if I didn't have to do this for my life, would I do this? Like knowing what I know now and how like
I don't think I'd be on it if I didn't have to, but it's also okay. And I think it's a better time now with what we're trying to do because we could theoretically be in control of our future versus in the past where
it's not like up to some NBC exec.
Right. So that's good.
To decide whether I have a future.
Right.
It's all based on how much I want to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I talked about not having a fan base or whatever, like, or not having a huge fan base or whatever. But it's like I could have, if I really wanted to, try to figure out a bit that worked, and I did have one for a while. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's on you to be as big as you can be. And that's a much better situation.
Yes, I agree.
To just be like, then it's like a Harvey Weinstein is in charge of your career, and now you have to fuck Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
To stay alive. It's like, thank God it's not that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That dude ruined actresses' careers because they wouldn't fuck with him. Because they wouldn't fuck him.
That's crazy.
It's wild, right? And now you don't have to deal with that.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, which is way better. Like, think the last two of the hires on SNL this past year was Cam and that Veronica Slokowski, I think, or whatever. I don't know. I don't watch SNL like that. But they both got in because of how big they were outside. Like, they were both, like, they showed clearly talent outside of it, and then they got in, right? So it's like, Veronica, we'll use Veronica as an example now, because she's an attractive woman. There would be a time when someone could just be like, hey, you have to fuck me to get on SNL, and then she didn't do it. That could fuck with her career.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, she still posts sketches on her page that probably get more views than sketches she's in on SNL. So, like, she has the power in that situation. No one can do that to her.
Yep.
That's a much better situation.
Yep. Totally.
I
agree.
It's like, wait, and it's like, if I had a daughter in the entertainment industry, I'd much rather
Yeah,
it'd be that for her.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like way better. So it is way better that the algorithm for just career people, like creatives in general.
For sure.
Mhm.
We just got to try to figure out figure out what to post and then how to use the algorithm.
Yeah. I mean, it's still fucking mind numbing sometimes to use it.
Yeah.
And it just takes over. Like I've had things go viral over the course of my career, and man, that feeling when you see the 99, 99, or 100 plus on the notifications,
Mm-hmm. Kind of exciting.
Feels like it feels like a drug.
Yeah.
It's like completely taking over your dopamine receptors. And then when you post stuff and it doesn't get the 100 likes or whatever, you feel bad about yourself.
Uh-huh.
It's like a negative withdrawal. So it's like it has its own problems, but at least the power's in my hands.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I know we got to try to not let it get us too high or too low, because I hear you about like posting something out. It could be fun if a bunch of people are liking it.
Yeah, and then if
which
no one
is so silly, but it is kind of fun. I agree.
And your self-worth, like if no one likes it, you're like, oh, do I suck? Like your self-worth gets tied into it. That's the problem.
Yes, I know.
Because it is you. You're not playing you're playing a character, but the character is William Montgomery, right? So so it's like it does feel like a rejection of you.
For sure.
Not like, oh, this is a forward-facing character I'm putting out. That just is my name.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
It's the life we've chosen, Ehsan.
Yeah, I mean, it's
okay.
It's kind of better than any other life, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been great.
I got to meet The Rock. That's pretty cool.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite through it? You've been being up at the mothership and all the shows you've done. What is The Rock? Maybe one of the cooler people you've met?
I think the coolest moment for me at the mothership was, there's been a lot of cool moments, but like my favorite, so I had quit smoking for like a few months, and then I'm sitting in the mothership and I'm sitting down on the couch, and next to me is Tarantino, and he hands me a blunt, and I'm like, I have to.
Yeah, I agree. I would think the same thing.
I have to. I thought that was a cool moment.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Like smoking a blunt with a grate.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But I do find myself around like a lot of like another cool moment is I was walking down the street just to go to Dead Rabbit to eat, and Woody Harrelson sees me and he goes, Ehsan, and I was like, that's fucking insane.
I know, that's insane.
That's fucking insane.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, and it is nice that like, you know, fuck the algorithm. I'm talking about like real life. When I look around, all of a sudden Woody Harrelson's there, and I'm in a room and there's Vince Young, and I'm like, okay, I am constantly finding myself in rooms with people who are or have been the best at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That must mean something positive for me.
Yeah, Ehsan, I agree.
You know, they're like, okay, and I act like I belong, and they act like I belong. I'm doing something right.
Yep.
So even though what I posted got 24 likes, in real life, like I'm doing something good.
Yeah, man, for sure, Ehsan.
Yeah. That's how I look at it.
That's a good way to look at it, because it's the truth.
Yeah, right? It's like you are the company you keep. So like, let me just try to keep the best company I could possibly keep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
High achieving.
Grant, you got to remember that, okay?
Okay.
I'm kidding. I don't even know how to set that.
Yeah, Grant hangs out with losers all the time. Is that
No. Grant has nice friends. I've never met Grant's friends. I'm sure they're nice.
Bunch of losers.
Stop. You should have asked him about Paul Dano. Doesn't he not like Paul Dano?
I didn't know.
Something?
This is pre-Paul Dano.
Oh, yeah, him saying stuff or whatever.
This is it made me sad because I like Dano.
I know. I thought he was great in There Will Be Blood. I thought he was really good.
I thought he was great in Little Miss Sunshine. You ever seen Prisoners? Woo!
Is that a good one?
That might be one of the best thrillers.
Oh, okay. Prisoners.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll watch that later.
Hey, you ever seen Arrival?
No.
Okay, I think it's the same guy as Arrival. I could be wrong about that. But
okay.
Yeah, it's like that is, I think Arrival and Dune are the same person as well. I think it's the Dune guy.
Cool.
Yeah. But Prisoners is like, if you like thrillers and mysteries, that's one of my favorite ones.
Okay, Prisoners.
Yeah, Prisoners.
I can watch that today in between playing Nuclear Gladiator 3000.
Oh,
that's what I've been playing.
Okay, I've been playing Super Mario Galaxy on my Switch. I take my Switch on the road, so that's what I use it.
Is that a good one? Because I hadn't been in the Nintendo universe since my N64 back at my parents' house. I have been out of the Nintendo universe, and
oh wow,
I just discovered, oh my god, on the Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Oh yeah,
I never played that one. That's been like I smile a bunch when I'm playing it, like seeing old things I remember from the first 3. I have loved playing that one. And then apparently there's Donkey Kong Country Frozen World or something, which is another side scroll. I look forward to playing that one as well.
Yes. So, yeah, you ever played Super Mario 64?
No, I wasn't huge into that one.
Okay, so this is like kind of a version of that. So it's like the 3D platformer for kind of open world-esque.
Okay.
For Mario. So it's like the heir apparent to that. But
cool.
my favorite thing, I like that. My favorite thing, obviously, is Mario Kart.
Oh my God, I got the Super Mario Kart 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
It has like 100 stages you can be playing. Oh my gosh, I've loved playing Mario Kart. I played a good amount of Mario Kart recently.
Yeah, well, the Mario Kart World, the new one.
Is that a good one?
That's a good one. So that one is, they have this mode, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Knockout Rally or something like that, where you start with 24 people, and then there goes checkpoints, and the bottom 4 at each checkpoint get knocked out.
Oh, cool.
So you keep on going until you're racing in the end when it's just 4 of you, and you're trying to win.
Oh, nice.
That shit is crazy fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Crazy fun. I'm just in there getting wrecked by the Japanese. Just Japanese people destroying me.
Oh, so you can play that online?
Yeah, that's online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fun.
That's a lot of fun.
I got to look into that. Yeah, I got to look into these newer games. Oh my gosh, you should look up the Nuclear whatever 3000. See if that's what I've been playing for 2 days straight now.
Yeah, well, text me about it, because I only play the Switch when I'm on the road. So I have a very strict regiment with video games.
Well, that's smart of you, because right now they've taken over for a couple of days, which isn't good.
So for me, it's Switch on the road, and then when I'm at home, I'll only play Overwatch, and I'll play 1 round of Overwatch and do 20 squats, 20 push-ups, 20 sit-ups. And
damn, Ehsan, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and then I'll play 5 rounds, and then I'll do 100 squats, 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and then I'm done playing. I might play, if the last round's a loss, I'll play to a win, and then I'm over.
Good for you.
Yeah, so it's like tied to...
And you're working out when you're doing it.
Yeah, it's a pretty, just that alone is enough.
Yeah, I believe you. That's wonderful.
Yeah, so that
Damn.
That's why I can't really pick up new games.
Don't pick it up then. Don't even look it up.
Yeah, because if I love it, then it's over.
Yeah.
Because I know what it's like when you love a new video game. So it's like, if I don't play anything new, it's gonna stay where it's at. Because, when I first got into Overwatch during the pandemic, it would just be like 12 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what will happen if I love Nuclear Gladiator.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't, though, because this is a dumbass game.
It looks insane.
Oh, it's crazy.
What's the premise?
It's basically, so I guess it's called a rogue light, which I had to look that up last night because I always hear rogue like them talking about games. But basically, you could slowly upgrade your guns and stuff, which that keeps for the entirety of you playing the entire game. But each one you start is like it's all randomized, but you basically have to go through levels, and it's a top-down thing, and you're slowly upgrading your weaponry. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's just, and at the end, you can be real powerful where you're just walking around the map and killing everybody, and nobody's even touching you.
Is there an inventory?
Yeah, there's an inventory system in it, yes. Where
for whatever reason, I can't do inventories. If a game has an inventory, I'm out.
Well, yeah, like on Diablo, they have the inventory. Well, actually, it's not like that. So actually, no, I lied to you.
Okay.
So you can still play this one, maybe.
Okay.
It does not have an inventory like that. Now that I'm thinking about it.
That's, That's, for whatever reason, my brain, whenever I see an inventory, completely short circuits.
Yeah, this is very simple. I've realized, again, I have the mind of maybe like a child or something, because I found I love these like real childlike games, and I'm smiling playing them, and I'm like, you're an idiot.
I know sometimes it's super simple games is all you need. Like, bro, the original Mario still rips.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm sure.
Nothing too involved.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a mushroom that makes you big, and sometimes you get a mushroom that spits fire. And that's literally it.
Yeah. I know. I like the simple ones.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, Ehsan, thanks so much for being on the podcast today, my friend.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
It was such a good time. And where can people find you? And everybody watch Ehsan's special Sunday.
Yes, too soon. Ehsan Ahmad. It comes out. I will be. You can catch me on Instagram at Ehsan J Ahmad. That's how you spell my name up there if you can see it. And my website, EhsanComedy.com. I will have my dates there once I get them.
Hell yeah. Look up Ehsan, hilarious comedian. And we have to thank our mercenaries. Kyle Heath, Larry, Lawyer Joe, Loop Loop, Mista, Alex, Oilfield, Willie, Ruby, Jewel Sparkle, Satrack, Sean King, Art, Shiva, Skin Bomb. Sorry about my friend at the Late Show. Yikes. You need to change that because I keep on forgetting about I keep on forgetting about him. The Gaming Crooner, the Memphis Strangle, Vanderweed, White Magic, Wildman, Non, William and Casey the Cats, Worm, Drive Show on YouTube, Chooser and Adventure, Zombie Warlock, Avery's Her Soup, Bum, Beef, Bullsby, Clucklebuck, Danger Fox, Destiny A4, Devin Swank, Dirty Butter, Eli Slugworth, Goldie May Star, Hurley at WMS.lol. I love Big Max and Kyle Heath. Thank y'all so much. And that's our time. Thank you. Bye.
Later.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of The William Montgomery Show. Send your questions, artwork, and manifestos to thewilliammontgomeryshow@gmail.com. Leave William a voicemail at 737-471-1098. Never miss an episode of The William Montgomery Show by subscribing to The William Montgomery Show channel on YouTube and anywhere podcasts are sold. Check out William online at william.f.montgomery1 on Instagram. For more William Montgomery, check out Kill Tony on YouTube and see him live at the Comedy Mothership in Austin, Texas every Monday night. This episode of The William Montgomery Show was recorded at Record ATX Studios right here in the heart of Austin. The William Montgomery Show is produced by William Montgomery. The anthem is sung by William Montgomery. The drums are sung by William Montgomery. The words are sung by William Montgomery. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Shh, who the fuck said that? I'm trying to have fun tonight.